Greetings, everybody, and welcome to episode 96 of the Sickcast, aka the Siblings and Cardboard podcast. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my buddy / co-host, Thomas, and welcome back, Justin. Also, Donnie even stopped in before we recorded. He had to leave, though, but he says hi. Whether you're a veteran card gamer or a first-timer just testing the waters, we're all siblings in cardboard. Guys, maybe you're a little ahead of the game. I'm not. I just learned about the ban list. That's right. Spoiler alert. Literally on the way home. Actually, 5 minutes ago when I got home. So, how's everybody else doing? Sort of.
Okay, I'm not even going to cut that. I'm here. I've got my microphone fixed. You can see that we're clearly having issues. Justin is a tiny little circle, and I had my microphone muted at the start of this. I wanted to say that I don't think I have a problem with it. I think we kind of predicted what it was going to be. We all knew Plume was going to go. That was like the most obvious one. Anyone who got blindsided by Plume getting banned, like, just wasn't really looking at Light Up the Leaves correctly. And then
I got one bone to pick with the ban list, but we can talk about it later.
Tipple being banned was our extreme, right? Because I said that's like the pirate identity, and I didn't think they would touch that. I thought they would just touch Swell, since that basically only hits Gravy. But they kind of hinted that if Gravy's too strong, they're going to start touching Swell too. And then
that's the next card on the radar.
I think we also kind of confidently said it shouldn't be Bonds of Agony because that's part of Assassin identity, and they said nope to that too. I would have thought they would have banned Take Up the Mantle still, personally, but
Bans are bans. They came. We'll talk about them.
I guess the card was just too problematic to leave in the meta. But how was everybody else's kind of flesh and blood, I guess, experience, week?
Go ahead, you start, Thomas.
I mean, I think I actually ended up skipping most everything because I was traveling a little bit this weekend, and then I just wanted to play Hollow Knight yesterday, so I just came home and played Hollow Knight because Silk Song is coming out in like a day as of recording this. And
that's why you're writing it. Okay.
But I am I have scheduled my last League That Means Nothing game before top 8. So I'm fighting to try to make sure I get top seed, and as a -IO player, you know that's really important. It should be a good matchup. It's Mario, which I think is fairly even. In fact, is when I played Mario, I didn't feel unfavored in the matchup. I just didn't like playing it because I didn't have a lot of agency. Either the Dio just drew the nuts and ran me over, or I managed to disrupt them long enough to get them where they had to block.
Nice. The only Flesh and Blood that I have played is the 3 games I played before this call. I have a bunch of good news about my house, that they think that we're doing final inspections on September 8th. So that's next week, and the issue is there is a whole lot of stuff that has to be done before that. So I am kind of incognito in terms of actually playing the game.
And that has been a quest for you, because that's like a year almost. Maybe it was early this year that happened.
Fire happened October 13th of last year.
So it's been almost a year.
Yep. So I am having to help our contractors very quickly finish a bunch of projects. And then I got to work with a bunch of different vendors on getting some of our stuff back from various places, plus moving. So, and also my day job. So, stuff.
Yeah. Busy.
So I will be incognito for a bit, but I'm here to talk about a ban list. So I'm okay. I can do that much at least.
It's a worthy ban list. It really
is.
It's good news. List. It's good news about the house, though. I'm glad everything is kind of working within the timeline, even if it's all kind of clumped together, at least in terms of making it hectic. I found new love in a hero that's not Fi, so I don't have to walk around and lie and tell people that I play Fi. Which I'm still going to do, mind you. I'm a big Fi main. Boy, oh, geez, oh whiz, I love Fi. No, I learned how to play a lot of Marlin this weekend. Thomas was sitting right next to me. We were playing Marlin, and I was having the time of my life. Play pattern's a little weird. Some of the hands make perfect sense. Once I kind of understand the 6 cost curve, 2 blue, drop an arrow, and lock and load, and next thing you know, it's like, oh wow, this is kind of fun. Other times it's a little wonky. Not much about width, more about height. Good on hits. Some of them are relevant, some of them aren't. Turns out, apparently, you can, in fact, have it every turn for 11 turns in a row.
No, it was longer than that. We played a game against a Jarl, and it went to 26 turns, and we never dropped a turn.
It just didn't break?
Never break.
Why break? Why would you do that?
It was real crazy because I think the average value was still like 13 or something like that over 26. It was wild.
How would you play a 26 turn game?
The Jarl
fatigue
blocking.
Yeah, he was trying to fatigue with like Fiddler's Greens and stuff, but every turn was just
Jason.
We just got down to these nice riches turns where it was just create it, pitch triple or triple Donnie, whatever, create another one in hand arsenal. Oh, 2 blues, boom, boom, go, and it was just like clockwork.
Yeah. It gets down to the end where you're taking all your crappy blue arrows that you pitched to shoot all your good stuff, and you're just turning them into go again with Sea Lace Sarong, and then shooting gold fin harpoons.
Yep. Over and over again. It was interesting though.
Cool.
She's unfatigable.
Deck felt so fun. And then I had a real nail biter with a Fang that I ended up winning, and he was super salty. And that I think was the icing on the cake, because that Fang was having a tough time.
You shot Battering Bolt 5 times. So
I shot Battering Bolt 5 times in the first 5 turns, because I shot it, then I Codexed it twice.
Nice draconic reacts, idiot. I'm glad you came to the game.
It was interesting.
And then the time that the Gravy Bones had like a Morty and a Humperdinck out, and he's like, I'm gonna kill the Morty. I'm like, no, you're not. Face is the place, and it was a good place. The Gravy died with 2 scubas of a Morty and a Humperdinck out. Like,
so we gotta go faster.
He had a lot of allies, but I had this really big old thick arrow. No, Marlin just feels so cool. The ability to have the 2 blues is a little weird. It's a little risk reward, so it's really cool. Like, hey, break a gold. Like, what if you're just good and draw blue? And it's like, yeah, what if, right?
Yeah, who needs a bunch of allies when you can just have a cannon?
Wow. The curve is so fun in that deck too. Finding the correct curve is very rewarding.
Oh, yeah. I'm like in love. Infatuated.
Is she the best Codex Ranger?
Yes. No, I think she's the best Codex user, period. Because activating cannon with 2 blues, playing Codex,
play Codex,
and then shooting King Shark Harpoon for 10 after you've ripped a card from their hand, gave them a frailty, and made a ponder. Is so gnarly. And your worst case scenario, I guess your worst case scenario is you draw a Sunken Treasure and go, aw. But your worst case scenario in general is you draw a blue arrow, you arsenal it, and then you just flip it up with Sea Lace Sarong and shoot it.
This is not an issue.
When I was like, but I've got cards in my hand, how am I going to Codex? He's like, you just pitch him to harp. When it all clicked, I was like, oh my god.
Hell yeah.
I was like, that's right, it's 4, so I overpitch. Oh my god.
It's perfect overpitch too.
Mine was absolutely blown. I can talk about Marlin all day. Let's jump into what non-Marlin related cards have gone up as a result of the ban list. I don't think Marlin cards went up at all.
Probably the other direction.
Yeah, there's probably a knee-jerk reaction the other direction when I think that taking red Tipple out of the deck probably makes the deck better.
So,
just put blue
other
Tipple
thing, probably should be worth mentioning. There were, unfortunately, we'll hop some news early. There were some leaks that happened that were quite unfortunate. They may or may not be affecting price of cards. So if that
Yes.
happens,
I'm
I
sure
will
they
just say
are.
redacted.
And
Yeah. So if that happens, I will just say the word redacted,
I mean,
and that's my whole opinion.
there is a public acknowledgement of the leaks. We could talk about leaks. We're just not going to talk about exactly what cards got leaked.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not talking about like, hey, this card.
I purposely didn't select anything that may or may not have been affected
You're
by
king.
it.
Right, great. Thank you.
And I don't want to necessarily do that, but
You're a king. Anyways.
because it's a little unfair and it's a little awkward. Okay. And if they want to find him, I mean, by all means, you can go do your due diligence. But let's jump right in. There's this crazy card. I don't think this necessarily is a result of anything other than the fact. Well, actually, this card should go down, but you guys tell me. Snags at 42. Crazy.
Why?
42. It feels like it went up. They banned bonds and it goes up.
42 for the non-foil?
42 for an unlimited edition normal.
Ew.
For Snag?
Oh, yeah, and selling like hotcakes too. Like,
so
I just cut that card.
Who's snaggable?
I mean, we have to look. Okay, if the meta progresses and we see Slippy still running like 3 Justinix, Snag is still worth playing. Just straight up, it's still good. But I think if they reconstruct their deck to not really rely on pumping up crappy blue cards, then I don't really understand Snag being that expensive.
It's wild.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'm not necessarily sure what's going on. I also am just looking. It caught my eye. King Kraken Harpoon Extended Arts. I want a play set of those for my new Marlin endeavors. But a card I just picked up, it actually just got authenticated. I didn't realize I had to do that. Was Riches of Triple Donnie. And that is slowly on the rise, I would say. I don't think it has. Well, yeah, I should say still. So a lot. That's rainbow foil. So it looks like back at its peak, it had a couple that sold around 300, 335. I think that 335 was an anomaly. Nope. Looks like, but that's like first weekend prices. People are going nuts just trying to get them. For a while, it's been about 270. It's worked its way back up to about the 325, 340 range. I mean, so it's definitely up there. Probably one of the most playable fables outside of I. I think I just has the you can't find it tax along with it, which is why it's the most expensive fable we have. In rainbow foil at least. And Riches of Triple Donnie is behind it. So just keeping an eye on it. Definitely a card you're going to have to look at least in various decks. And before we get to crazy things like that, somebody tell me what they think Copper Cog is. The rare from High Seas. Crazy, right? Like,
is it a $5 rare?
It's going to be like $3 to $5 just because you need so many of them.
You know what? The fact that you just mentioned how many you need makes more of a sense.
You need between 8 and 10.
Yeah. Okay. It is a rare that has sold as high as $10 for a rainbow.
Oh, for foil.
Right.
Oh, rainbow foil. Okay.
Which is pretty crazy. It's a $2 to $3 rare right now, which I think is just pretty nuts. I mean, consider you need that many of them.
Aiden's still running 13 of them.
Wow. But mad love to Puffin. I think Puffin is also a very fun deck.
Cogged up on a Tuesday.
Yeah, man, I kind of want to play Puffin too.
Dude,
I don't know.
The Puffin deck is pretty fun too.
Puffin is so fun.
Just feels like a good beat 'em up deck. Good play lines too. We've talked about this card before, Imposing Visage. Just kind of going to keep it in radar. It keeps going up. It's actually up to 15, 16. May hit 20. Hard to say. Guardians look pretty good. I think that sets the Guardian Mastery set really had a bigger impact, I think, than people thought. Maybe
We'll see.
Redacted.
Oh, okay. Well, it's going up. We talked about this before.
But we did talk about, like, it was very obvious that both of those heroes were going to be aura heroes, and hey, guess what? Like,
I mean, it's pretty clear they banned Talk a Big Game.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I was gonna say, like, that's fair game, which is crazy because I have about 900 of those promos, and it's really upsetting. But when I read Talk a Big Game and they banned it, I was like, wow. I was like, you know what?
They should.
They should ban that card.
I mean, you think about it for about 5 seconds. You got a Guardian coming through with Dominate and Intimidate at the same time.
And 5 cards in hand.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm good, man. I don't need that in my life.
Talk a Big Game. All right. I'm just gonna let's move to this one then. Testament of Valhai.
Testament. What the fuck is that?
Testament of it's the
Is
shield.
that the shield?
Yeah.
That's the shield. Okay.
Yeah. It's
That's a good
been
one.
hanging around 99, 80, 89.
That Marvel is expensive, right?
The Marvel is. It's just regular rainbow
insane.
foil. The rainbow foil is up to 120 right now, though. So definitely climbing. Definitely up there if we wanted to know the Marvel.
Oh, the Marvel's got to be like the 200s.
Oh, now would be a great time to just let you know I never hit record, so you're gonna have to take my audio from Craig.
Well, it's a good thing I've made the layout work with Craig lurking in the lobby.
Yay, Craig! Way to save us, Craig. There are no Marvels on TCG Player.
Nice.
So Testament of Valhai, probably why everybody's buying Rainbow Foil. Just can't get it in Marvel.
I'm pretty sure that Marvel is like kind
expensive.
of in the like Emperor rarity.
Also a banger.
That shield is so cool.
That shield is a cool card to play with, and it is a cool looking card.
Yeah, it wins the style text for sure.
Yes. I think it's
Seismic Eruption. Is that safe?
Yeah, you're safe. Yeah.
Okay, Seismic Eruption is kind of shot up a little bit. Just, keeping it on the radar. $9-10 card. Somewhere's lower, 7, 6. It's up to 14. It's climbing up there. Creating Seismic Surge tokens. Doesn't block. It's a yellow. It's interesting.
No, that card's wild.
It's like one of her best cards. I think that's underpriced at like $15.
If Alda gets popular, it's because that card is such a house. Yeah. Like it's a card that you could play from Arsenal that gives you 3 pitch and dominate on your next attack. Like at
as
instant
crazy as
speed.
It is, I think that card's more important than her spec.
Yes, I agree.
I like a lot.
It's a huge consistency piece because you could just park it into the Arsenal, and like when you finally whiff like a turn, you play it out to like keep your legendary out. And
your opponent blocked down. You're expecting to be able to crash and bash.
Makes your shield better. Makes the D-react better. The one that reduces cost based on number of surges. It's such a critical part of her game plan.
Card rocks.
Current funnel.
Oh, did it go back up? That card gets crazy when it goes.
I just keep making sure. No, I assume. That's all I can assume because I've got no information. I really don't. That current funnel is up because Acilia is just a hell of a fun deck and actually really good. Yes. Also, perhaps the ban list favors some Acilio action. We can talk about that.
Acilio didn't get hit by any of the bans, so technically it should make him better.
If the matchups got jostled because of it, like maybe Acilio now looks more fun. I don't know. Maybe Arachne hoes the hell out of him.
Acilio is the funnest deck to play right now. There's not a lot of.
Yeah. You are right about current funnel though. Like when it goes up, it goes up. It's not there yet. Don't panic. Nobody panic. $13.21 is like on the low end in the past couple of weeks. It's only back up to 20. Only. But usually when that card takes off, like let's be real, if Aurora came back tomorrow, 45 easy. So it does take off. Definitely a card to look at if you're looking into Acilio. That's the last kind of wacky card I have out of the blue. Now these cards are related solely to the ban list. One of them because it literally was on the ban list. We're talking about Germinate. Welcome back, Germinate.
Yay.
Poison the Well still exists, so I didn't check that. Probably about $1 billion if I had to take a rousing guess, because it's the best card ever created.
Who are you playing it against?
Germinate, just solely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. You just sighted in for Germinate. For that one interaction, you say, Gotcha. No, Poison the Well actually is still tanking. It's at $3. Either way, it'll come back again. It'll have its day again. Germinate comes off the ban list, makes a rousing return. $10 right now, lightly played, 10.50, 12. So definitely shot straight back up, considering a majority of them were very cheap, down in the $2 range. And they got bought up like hotcakes. So we all saw it coming as soon as it went off the ban list. I didn't see it coming until just today. The extended art versions are back up in the $60 range. So just to give you guys an idea of the Germinate action. Now, alongside Germinate, this is one of those ones where I was like, and they can attest to it, right before when I was like, yeah, Germinate got unbanned. I was like, oh, well, that explains why Everbloom Life went up. And it did.
People love Florian.
It went up like crazy. It, in fact, had a 1 month 107% jump. It is now a $20 card. There's one playset for $20, like, $20 each, 3 of them. Goes right into 25, then into 30. I mean, there's not a lot. I mean, they got bought up hard. Just last week, August 23rd, they're $7 a piece. So talk about a glow up. Probably will come back down to earth. Definitely just a snap reaction and people not having enough time to put it back up.
And there's
but
nothing
the real
like a card being playable. There's nothing like a card being playable to make it worth buying.
Yeah. Right. And it's actually funny you said that, because the next card I even said, well, then why the hell did Loan Shark go up? And that's exactly how I said it. And why did Loan Shark go up?
Well, because they removed like 18 gold out of Gravy's deck.
Yeah, they got 12 gold out of the deck.
He's poor now.
Somewhere.
He's needs a Loan Shark. So apparently Loan Shark
gotta do something.
Oh Lord, it went up. Okay. Whew. There's only one at $20, guys, and it goes to 30 plus. Holy heck, that thing went up quick.
The card is so bad, but it's just like there's no alternative.
Crazy. Well, welcome to Loan Sharks, everybody.
Oh, that's one of the cards that was short printed.
Yes.
On accident.
Was Loan Shark short printed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones with the lower representation. It's like Bludger, Loan Shark, a couple others.
It's the yellow M's.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But that's what I got. Also, I think just one kind of takeaway. This is a card that's going down. Don't have to worry about it. And maybe do. I don't know. It's damaged. Never mind. I lied. That's why I wanted to go double check. I saw weakest link at 25. I couldn't believe it. I was like, that card might not be meta, but 25, that's kind of criminal. It's still 45 plus. That's a damaged one. You can get a damaged one for $25. The tech still works.
I mean, it's a good card. It just doesn't have very good targets at the moment. Like, technically you could target a Cilio, but a lot of times the Cilio will just go, okay, I guess I'll just play all these really quick, not let you have a card.
Or
sometimes
block,
that's good.
Because he can block.
Yeah, or just block. It's just 6 vanilla.
Yeah, he is legally allowed to block, so he can do that.
You say that, but like, I throw any kind of disruptive card at you and I see the Asilo like freak out and use their hero power.
Well, yeah, you probably end up using your hero power because you're just like, all right, well, I had this line. All right, well, this line no longer works on like a 2-card hand.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a better 2-card hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the usual. Please save me, James White, off the top of the deck. So
some cards got banned.
Yeah. So we got a ban list.
To like go back a little bit about the Tropple Donnie, someone asked me if I was going to be a Marlin gamer because I really like the deck as well. And I was like, no, I literally can't afford it.
Oh, because of Riches and
Riches, and Crown of Dominion. The deck is like ludicrously expensive.
I need to buy a Crown of Dominion, but I actually got lucky on 2 eBay bids for a Tropple Donnie and an eye. Dude, so I actually got real lucky.
Let's go.
3 cards in the deck are more expensive than some Flesh and Blood decks.
Yeah, it's more expensive. I got story time, I guess. I didn't get to do Kansas City story time, but yeah. We can talk about that later. Anyways, we'll talk about that off air. But yeah, ban list. That happened.
Okay. we talked about it a little bit. I think we're going to see some meta shifts. It's definitely so they banned red tipple and yellow tipple. They left blue tipple. That effectively leeches out some of Gravy's more effective game plan oriented go again. And you think, okay, it just removes 6 gold from the deck, but that's not actually true. It removes a minimum of 12 if the tipples are efficient. Because here's what it does: you lose making the gold, you lose discarding the ally for free, and you lose the free hook activation. So every tipple has the potential of netting Gravy Bones 3 gold for his full game plan across the game. Right?
Yeah.
So that's why you see them running like 2 to 3 loan sharks, because they're just absolutely gold starved right now.
Just discard your last ally to loan shark. Come on, it's that easy. No, don't do that. That's stupid. It's actually usually a bad line to do.
And sometimes it's okay. It's like if you just had nothing else and you have full tempo with an ally in hand, it's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, like lets you get rid of the loan shark. But usually if you've had full tempo and you end with an ally in hand, you created gold somewhere along the way.
Exactly. I'm
just like smashing their face in.
Is there a good Gravy turn where you didn't create gold?
The only hand I can think of is if you had to like block down and the ally is the last card in your hand. And then you're like, all right, well, instead of eating 3 to the face, I essentially arsenal this in a funny way. But yeah.
He plays it better than other heroes do, I think.
Loan Shark?
Yeah. I tried running it in Puffin and it was the worst card in the deck. And then
that feels awkward for Puffin.
It's
just on paper, Puffin, it sounds awkward.
It's not mechanologist.
Puffin wants like 3 gold a game and doesn't want downsides because of it. Like,
you put your fancy hat on and then you just say, okay, if I get a golden Skyward at any point in the game, I guess I'll take my money and run.
Yeah.
And then Marlin, it's okay in Marlin because it doesn't disrupt her turn in any way. She's not really looking for wide turns, so having a card that doesn't help her go wide doesn't hurt her. And sometimes you're just like, okay, I need to play this card so I can like play the Codex out and not have to discard it anyway.
So it's a go again on attack action. It's fine.
Gold is really strong in Marlin too. It's wild.
Yeah,
it is. The ability to fish, I think, more so than any when you really need it. When you have a surplus, finding that extra blue to overpower is sometimes make or break. I mean, like, be able to activate.
Put a Goldfin Harpoon in your hand, play Big Game Hunter, and discard that instead.
Yep, pretty good.
It's really good, dude. 2 to get +4 to your next arrow and draw a card and load a card. So good.
Yeah, it's good. I remember when Big Game Hunter came out, you were kind of bad mouthing that card, and I was like, no, I think once we get some context, it's going to be good.
I think we needed the
the
hero interaction, right? Once you saw the hero interaction, the card's kind of wild.
Yeah, exactly. But for the overall ban list, I think it was a good one overall. I like the tipple hit personally. It doesn't do anything for fatigue because, like, if you're playing cards like Loan Shark and a couple other gold generators now, you actually have more gold in the deck than you did previously. The issue is that it's slower. Like, tipple, one of the big things, playing a few games before we got on the call here, because I wanted to have like an informed opinion about Gravy. It's slower. It's a lot slower. You don't see as much of your deck as quickly. Because Tipple's literally drawing in disc. Like, as stupid as it sounds, like, you are 6 cards less in your deck. Right? Like, that's a hand and a half. So instead of going through your deck on turn 10, now it's 11 and a half, 12.
Yeah.
And
well, no, it's slower because, like, if you're cycling through with 6 cards because of 6 tipples, you also have 6 gold.
Yeah. That's also like digging faster too. Like, it is a trickle down effect. So, like, you got to find your conquerors the good old fashioned way of drawing, and that's good. Like, I genuinely think it's gonna create it to where Gravy has a real aggro problem. Gravy's not gonna care about fatigue it's still not an issue. You have enough ancillary ways in a long game to make gold, but getting gold on like turns 1 through 3 sometimes can be dicey.
So it just slows his game plan down a little bit. I mean,
It
it
gives them
shouldn't.
actual weaknesses.
Right, which I mean, I think is very fair than to have him kind of just firing on all cylinders, especially as a deck that feels like it's supposed to be more of like a setup and mid-rangey. I mean, for him to kind of get online quicker than some even aggro decks can kind of press him down. I don't know, just feels weird.
I think another thing
And
it does
consistently too.
is, doesn't he have to either he has to up his ally quality a little bit and drop the number of allies possibly?
So
he has less ways to get him
I
out of
thought
hand.
about that. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not. None of our guys are going to anything serious anytime soon, right?
I don't think so. I mean, Montreal's
All
the
right, cool.
closest thing notable.
Yeah, that's not CC, so nobody cares. Okay, cool. You just run triple scuba main. Like,
He's a
it
good point.
shifts the deck. Yeah, it just shifts the deck because previously you'd play like 3 red swells, 3 red tipples, and 3 conks. To where now like Conqueror may be the only red card in your deck. So you just run a bunch of like yellows so you can just free roll Sunken Treasure and all that kind of stuff in your main deck now, and you have targets now to flip over as well with those cards.
Mhm.
And then Scuba is just like tucking things back in. You're still playing 3 ley lines, all that kind of stuff. So like you actually just block better now. The deck's changed. It's not this balls to the wall aggro deck with an ally base. It's like a mid-rangey resource economy deck with an ally base, which is good. That's a fine place for an ally deck to be. You do not want aggro ally decks. I think that is something that everybody has despised.
So I feel like LSS was in a very difficult position with this ban and restricted announcement. They committed to being more active at tweaking and adjusting the meta. And when you make that kind of commitment, sometimes you are warping your balance choices to populist ideas rather than actual data. Because when we looked at the data, I can't remember if we actually discussed this on the podcast or if I just discussed this in depth with other people. You look at the data, the only notable deck in the past month that had a really high win rate was
Slippy.
Kano. No,
Oh, yeah.
Slippy was at like Slippy's at like 53.8, maybe low 54,
Yeah.
which is close to the problematic. But I think their line is like 55. Kano is at that line. Kano has the highest win rate in competitive Flesh and Blood by a decent margin. And then it goes to like Slippy, Gravy, and Verdance, and a little bit of Acilio. No one was in the gross like 60% or even close to 60%. And if you look at like the top 8s we've been seeing and stuff, they look pretty good. Now, if you look at the top 16 and top 32, sometimes you see just absolute oceans of Slippies. But I feel like they were in a difficult position where they like, I think we kind of nailed it. I think we've got almost a balanced meta. But the popular opinion is that Gravy's annoying and Slippy's too strong. So they had to ban something. I wouldn't have been surprised that if they had a different policy, the only 2 cards on the list that would have been banned was Plume of Evergrowth and Talk a Big Game.
Yeah, Plume had to get hit.
That card's so busted with Light Up the Leaves. It's just...
It just does, like, with Light Up the Leaves, it now just does too much in all of your directions. Like, you can just play it into aggro now, and you always have access to your win con, and then you can play it into slow matchups, and now you always have access to triple rampant growth. It's like
it actually fixes some of your other weak matchups, like Kano, because you always have access to AB6 on the spot.
Yeah, like you had a lot of options there, and that was fine. I wanted a hit to both Slippy and Gravy for playstyle reasons. The Bonds hit, we can talk about that one now. That was needed. You needed to hit something in the Bonds Mantle interaction.
It needed to either be Bonds or Mantle. I thought it was going to be Mantle because the damned if you do, damned if you don't thing they talked about. I felt it was more oppressive that you had to deal with it 6 times a game, not that you had to deal with it for 1 to 3 times a game.
Bonds is a stupid card. Like, can we just fundamentally agree that that is a stupid card?
Bonds
Like,
of
okay,
Agony.
yeah, Bonds of Agony. Like, it is if you fill the conditions, which are not like they are.
they
It's
used
not
to be
like a
hard.
trivial quest. Was it? You had arm
Yes,
pieces that had 2 reactions on it.
I know, but they expended themselves. But now with dagger recursion and Slippy just having infinite go again, it just the Bonds minigame. The problem with Slippy, and the reason why it was Slippy that got Bonds banned and not New, you think she'd be the one to
Yeah,
get it
native
banned,
go again.
is the native go again. It's just the native go again. It was always there. You didn't have any way to really work around it, and you could just not have the mini game. You could have not have 3D or attack reactions. But if your opponent doesn't know that, like, what do they do?
To be fair, I think New could have gotten Bonds banned too. I just like I don't know. They just left it. They let it be part of New's power budget and whatever. That's fine.
Well,
But
she couldn't really
like
play
if you think
command zone
about it,
very well, right? So
no, that's what I'm saying about like how strong Bonds is, right?
mhm.
Like individually, that card was just so strong because even in New, it was worse because you overblock and then it's like cool mask,
Yep.
right? Like it forked you super hard as well. But you had to hit something with it, Bonds, but like it's once you complete the quest, it's a blue that comes in for 4 and takes a card out of your opponent's hand. So minimum 3 more points of value, right? At that point. Like when you complete the quest, right?
Mhm.
And local Travis day two'd, and I was like in Kansas City, and every round I'd be like, "Hey, how'd your game go?" He was like, "Oh, I played against Eugene. I bonzed his Blood Rush Bellows, and then I just fatigued him." Or it was like he played Nacilio for his winning in, and I was like, "Hey, how'd it go?" And he was like, it was okay. I went open bonds. They called me on a bluff, and I had it, and I took their gauntlet of flashes." Right, like stuff like that. Right, and it was basically like, did he win? Did Bonds do the thing? Yes, cool. Did Bonds not do the thing? All right, cool. So then the power budget is just like so like centralized on this one card. They can't express that power budget elsewhere in the deck. And I don't like that. Like that's problematic to me.
I also think like the deck had so many other places that it cheated value too, so
Yeah.
that if you did go, okay, I'm going to block a lot with bond on this bonds, right? And then the opponent goes, okay, infiltrate, and you go,
Yeah,
oh
and you can't stop
god,
an
am
infiltrate.
I gonna am I gonna block this now? No, because he's just got the pumps and he's gonna throw it on infiltrate. Oh, now I got hit by infiltrate. Oh great, he flipped a defense reaction. Now the hand I kept gets like no value because he just blocks for 4 for free.
Yeah, exactly. So that was problematic. Or I'm happy to see Bonds go. I'm an assassin hater, so obviously, like, I have no qualms about this. But I genuinely think for like the health of the game, not necessarily this particular format, because I think Slippy was very load bearing, and not having Slippy around as powerful is going to unleash some heinous things.
Mm-hmm.
But for my armories that I don't get to go to, that I don't have to see Bones of Agony, like I don't know, the card was bad to deal with. Germinate comes back.
They and granted, like I don't have a lot of, well, I mean I have some, I guess, experience of playing against bonds, never playing it. But the way that they described it and the way that kind of sat with me and I was okay with it was not only did you have to, and in some cases it was impossible, which it's a little different when Dorinthia creates an impossible scenario, gains a sword counter, and expends their whole hand to do it. Then you create an impossible scenario. No matter if you blocked or didn't block, you're screwed and you lose 3 cards. You know what I mean? Like there's a gigantic difference between it. It just feels unfair.
Dory's
It
damned
wasn't
if you do, damned if you don't. Doesn't take Blood Rush Bellows
right.
armor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the damned if you do, damned if you don't for bonds was so crippling because you either block 4 cards and it was like deck damage. I'll see you again when I have another one,
No.
or take it out the middle.
You ever had someone like throw bonds at you and you look at your hand and 3 of the cards have the same name?
Dude, I'll do you one better. I had a guy in KC, passed with full tempo, He looks at his hand, goes, had a Codex of Frailty in Arsenal. He goes Codex of Frailty with a 4-card hand, grabs Bonds of Agony. What do you do?
Dude, did he slam it super fast too? Codex Bonds, go.
He literally looked at it and he's like, there's no way this is right. And then he looked at it some more and he's like, this still can't be right. It was right. It was absolutely right. But like, that's how powerful the card is. And we're allowed to do powerful things. It's just that was a little obnoxious in how it did the thing.
What if they restricted it instead? And I see they didn't really restrict anything. They just said outright bans on these cards. And I think they tried to like limit restrictions in CC.
Yeah, I am such a one-of hater for the classic constructed format.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Sure.
Yeah. Like I don't like using restrictions in CC because then it's whenever you do hit the one thing, it's just super obnoxious.
Yeah, it makes it harder to play around too. I mean, I guess you know it's always there.
It doesn't make it harder to play around. It's still the same. It's just sometimes you'll eye roll when they like draw the Bonds of Agony, rip it right off the bat, and they're like, anyway, just a Nick, like
yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Just a Nick is banned with Bonds being banned.
Oh man, it's so wild. Like Persuasive Prognosis is a good card. Like Art of Body Mind or Art of Desire Mind is a good card. Like Mark of the Black Widow Blue is an okay card. Like these are all like decent cards that were being crutched up because of the potential high roll of using the things that were good on them on Bonds of Agony instead.
Yeah. Like if I don't have a bunch of like bullshit really powerful reactions to use on Bonds of Agony, I don't think I'm playing or like any of the other blue stealth cards.
I think I'm cutting the Persuasive Prognosis to put blue shred.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, that's Mario. That's different. But like Slippy becomes like a super redline aggro deck.
Yeah, he's just all head jumps. Like,
yeah, he's just gonna play every single stealth card that has a relevant on hit. He's gonna play like Razor's Edge, Yellow Shred, Red Shred, and like that kind of thing, and that's fine. Like
that new
card. I think that is an okay. Yeah, he might play Meat Madness now.
Yeah, you definitely play it. Like you kind of need it, right?
At this point, yeah. So, anyways, I'm happy about that, man. I think you guys talked about that a lot last week. Tipple, I'm very happy it got hit.
How happy are you that Germinate is back?
I will play Florian at like 2 armories, and that's about it.
Oh,
like Germinate coming back is really good for Florian because now like you're good again into Guardians. But like, I don't know, man. Like Gravy's still really strong, and Verdance was your.
Yeah, I don't think Verdance got any better for you. Syndra is still scary with her dagger.
Yeah, like it's just this format is just very bad for you as a Florian player. But you get to Germinate now, and that's sick. Germinate's a cool card.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You ever turn 0 and make 10 rune chants gain 10 health?
10? How'd you do 10?
Sorry, no. It's not 10.
You just dump 3 blues.
Blues.
X equals not. Yeah, X equals 8.
Yes.
Yeah, or X equals 4. Yeah, because it's XX.
Yeah, it's XX.
And then you make 5. Heal 5 rune chants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better than having
uninteractable 10.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, what are you going to Arsenal Florian anyway?
Germinate. No, I'm not Arsenal. I'm not Arsenaling any of those blues.
It's like actually, like, what is his best arsenal other than maybe a go again attack? His best arsenal's what, like an Everbloom Life, because you can't command and conquer it.
Everbloom Life.
I love arsenaling that
Rager.
card.
Yeah, that card's sweet. Oh, I am upset that they didn't ban draw swords. I'm a little worried about Kasai. Little bit worried. Draw swords is a very powerful card.
You said it with such a straight face and your camera's not on. Like,
Dude, okay, I wish my camera was on for this one because I had a stone cold straight face for it.
No, I could hear it in your voice. I'm like, what's he talking about? Kasai.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, that's just that's a local meme about draw sword. Anytime warriors have nice things, something's got to get. So naturally, draw sword's got to go.
It has to. It's too good.
Yep, too good. Yep, it draws a card. It gives you
Draws a
resource.
card.
It's resource. Yeah, it's resource cheating and a pump. That's kind of broken. Ban draw swords.
Do we have Classic constructed this weekend? Is the Battle Hard in Chicago? That's CC, I believe, right?
I think.
If it is,
Yes, we do. Oh, we do because there's a Battle Hardened in as well, or somewhere in Southeast Asia.
So we do get to see immediately the impact on the meta.
Yeah,
That these changes have.
Yep. What else? Winners and losers of the ban question. Like, who do we think wins and who do we think loses with these bans?
Okay, until Light Up the Leaves comes out, Verdance lost pretty hard. Like,
yeah,
Plume is very good in some matchups, and it's really funny because in some of the matchups you run it in, you could do the same thing by just pitch stacking, but you only have 50 to 55 minutes to play the game.
Yeah.
Who else got hurt?
Slippy. Slippy getting hurt is where I am now very this format.
Mario lost strong blues that he liked to have in his deck. So now you're kind of like looking for other blues or maybe even kind of retuning the deck. Let's see. Gravy definitely got hurt, losing that much gold economy out of the deck, but
aggressive gold economy. Very importantly, that it's aggressive gold economy.
I think the functionality of the deck is still fine because I think we've said for a while that Gravy wasn't like super problematic, but clearly a little bit overtuned. Like when you see Gravy like really high roll, it's just it's so nasty. But now you've reduced that a little bit because the gold economy, right?
Yeah, it was like the last game I played before we started. I had 7 gold. We just cracked it for funsies and did some pretty stupid stuff. I think your biggest winners are Syndra and Dio. Slippy going down is a very big deal. Dio could lose to Gravy because Gravy was Gravy, and just like being able to dig through your deck and find conquerors fast enough was problematic. Getting chum setups faster was problematic. So Gravy being weaker into aggro for both of those decks. And Slippy backing off means both of those decks get to run free.
So
I am very worried about how fast this format is now.
The 6 tipples being gone means it just takes longer to find chum, right? And that's like one of the takeaways that people might not think about.
Yep.
He is very much weaker into the like haul ass aggro now. Like,
yep. I am worried. I think Acilio is still good. Acilio's place in the meta can never be that high because once he is good, the tech cards for him are kind of heinous. And they're all really strong against him. So, like, if he's ever the 5th played deck, he's just going to have a bad weekend kind of thing. Or, like, the 3rd played deck, he's just going to have a bad weekend. But I'm really worried about Syndra and Dio. I think both of those decks look really strong.
What about Ira? Does Ira gets worse, right? Because she's
Ira
one of her
sucks.
better opponents, like, is losing a little bit of value. Ira sucks? I don't think Ira sucks. That's strong words.
Ira is so schmedium.
She's pretty medium. Good value, right? But I just don't think, like, it's got to be a tinge of unfair, right?
We've had like 3 straight callings where she was like the 16th best converting deck today too.
I'll concede. I think this is a deck that is deceptively difficult to win with. If you understand what I mean.
And that's why Aaron Grace is a great player because he wins with the deck a lot.
Yeah, and the naive and stuff, right?
Yeah, like your really good players on the deck are great, but like Ira's not that simple. People want to make it a very simple deck. It isn't. It's hard.
Yeah, you fall into this
You
trap
gotta
of
wanna-
like Kodachi 1 for 5, which doesn't
Yeah.
cut it.
Yeah, in the year of James White 2025, if you're doing that to me, I will, please. Like if you go Kodachi Torna tempo, and
Yeah, the first time you
I will be very
Kodachi
happy.
Torna tempo, your opponent goes, yeah, my hand does like 30 points, no blocks.
I'm like,
Draw your card.
or it's an Earth hero, and they're super down to block all that, and they're cool felling or plow because you're not an aggro deck, so you have to arsenal. So plow's online. So yeah.
Or they
But
say
yeah,
like
I think
you're not on your tunic counter, and you throw the second Kodachi for 2, and they just put Crown of Providence in front of it and set their hand up.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think Syndra and Dio are the big winners. I am scared because the checks to Syndra and Dio, Gravy's still around, and Gravy is still good. So your checks to Syndra and Dio don't really get to play the way that they want to.
I mean, Guardian is a little better, maybe, because Gravy gets a little worse, Guardian gets a little better, right?
I mean, the early impressions are early impressions. I think it doesn't affect the long game. Like if you were trying to fatigue Gravy, I don't think anything has changed. Because the game goes long enough, we have actually even more gold than we had previously. Because Loan Shark is 2 gold, Tipple is 1, that kind of stuff. We're now playing 3 Scubas all the time. That's just more gold inherently in the deck. And you get to recycle more damage in the deck. So, like, if your plan is to fatigue a Gravy, I think you're still in the same hole that you've been in. But if your plan is to, like, beat down a Gravy as a Guardian or something, like, I don't know, maybe there's that needs exploring.
Well, if Guardian gets better, then Dash.io and Syndra both struggle a bit.
Yeah.
Because he has attacks that are just so relevant to those heroes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Does Crush the Weak affect ally attacks?
I can't remember.
It must, because it affects weapon attacks.
That's possible. That's very possible. I don't know.
In that case, it would still only affect like Limpet and like Oyston. It doesn't affect.
Yeah, that's not many of them.
Yeah. So
Jumps 4, Scoobs 4, Swab 7, Sawbones and Morty are both 6. Yeah. Gravy's fine.
It's one of those things where like it's so clear that there were some problems with the card pool that was Gravy had access to, that we're going to see like 2 really integral cards get banned, and the deck is still going to be quite good.
Yeah, he's fine. He's going to be worse than he was before, obviously, but he is still fine.
Okay.
That's the way it should be.
Well, I'm excited.
We did it.
I'm excited for this
ban
weekend.
list.
Yep.
Yeah, like overall, still 10 out of 10 ban list. Please have another ban list before November 3rd. And that's it.
Nope, just gonna be like a last minute one.
I love.
That's just their
LSS.
fail-safe. You know, that's just their fail-safe. They want to let people know that if things go really bad, we will make an adjustment before Worlds.
My issue is, okay, you're doing the half point thing. If there is a problem, we have to wait from September 2nd to November 3rd.
Yes.
For a ban list.
Yes.
That is 2 whole months. That is so long.
Do you think BNR should be monthly? They should just do it the first Monday of the month every month?
Yes. Even if it's no changes.
Even if there's no changes,
Let's say no changes.
Even if it's no changes. Because, okay, now you have to do an emergency ban. That's a terrible optic, in my opinion. Like, emergency bans are always a bad optic. It is good that they do them. I appreciate that, like, if there's a real problem, they do it. But just, like, give us a regular interval. Because the fact that Gravy went without getting touched from the Pro Tour Singapore when he was, like, clearly problematic, at that point too. I'm like, come on, we could have hit something. And then you can like, instead of having to hit tipple, like both tipples, they could have just hit the red one and seen if that was enough.
So those of us who like travel and play competitively quite a bit, I think monthly sounds pretty good because we're willing to like, oh, we found the problematic thing, it got hit. It's just card games. I think that's a pretty bad experience for the lower end of players or the I don't know. Maybe a month is too often, but I think they could have maybe timed it so that it's not like a week or two before Worlds. Oh well. I think it's just going to be no changes. I think this is the ban list that we're going to see for Worlds unless there's something really egregious that they find in Super Slam, and considering that they already identified a card that they felt was problematic with Talk a Big Game because Lyeth intimidating your whole hand and calling like 9 on Talk a Big Game is pretty messed up. I think we're locked in for what we're going to see for the World's ban list.
And draw swords.
And draw swords. I've written it down. Like, there's absolutely no way it survives the emergency.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Get it out.
Let's get out of here.
Well, where can everybody find you if we're getting out of here, Mr. Justin?
I deleted Twitter and I deleted Blue Sky, so you can only find me on Discord.
So yeah, this thing will go away, I guess, next list. Now I'll just put his Discord handle there. Bye Twitter, bye Blue Sky.
Yeah, don't need those anymore. But I'm Jebzo5 on Discord, and that's where you can find me.
Thomas?
Yep, I'm What the System Fab on Twitter. To be fair, I basically only check that to look at what professional players are updating about and Fab is updating about. So maybe I could get rid of it too. I could just listen to what other people say on Discord. And then you can find me at What the System on Discord. I'm usually hanging around the card guys.
Big Max Fab on Twitter, at Big Max on Blue Sky, and opening up packs on the YouTube channel still. And if there is nothing else, oh, you know what we totally forgot to do? And I did it last time when it was just us two, and I did it again. The affiliate links. Oh, no, it's okay. They'll be in the description. You never really missed out on it, but we still caught it. Just buy some of those cards using the affiliate links.
Click the links.
Yeah, it's simple. It's free. It's free real estate. But if there's nothing else, thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed catching up with us this week. And if you did, subscribe or follow depending on where you found us to catch us again next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and remember, we are all siblings in cardboard. Now, one really fun thing that I learned, and it's also semi-annoying on Talishar with Marlin, right, is when I do a really big go fish and I've activated a harpoon, I get to pick a card. And if it matches, you got to discard it. That doesn't always happen with cards like Pummel, right? So read the card, do the trigger, because I'm not forgetting. I'm going fish.
Imagine if Pummel said go fish on it.
Oh my God. I'd be go fishing all day.
What would you be fishing for? What?
I don't know.
Draw swords. Ban it.
You just get to see their hand. That's awesome.
Draw swords. We heard it. Ban them.